a lot of things have happened, and it started a long, long time ago. I was raised Catholic, and I was also an altar boy, and I was conflicted about right and wrong. I'm still there. Oh, okay. So, I decided to test it. Way back in 8th grade, I stole the key to the audio visual department. It took me to church and made me sit there until I told the truth. But it was always a question of why not. You know, it wasn't about why. I felt like I could do anything. I believe I could achieve anything I was capable of. And I pretty much set out to prove it. My sister had Barbie dolls. So my grandmother used to make furniture for houses, little dollhouse furniture. And we had G.I. Joes. When she wasn't home, we get the Barbie and G.I. Joe would kidnap her ass. To take her to his house. Well, when you get that age, you gotta have something to do. I was 10 years old, I hypnotized myself. And my mother couldn't wake me up for like a day and a half. She beat the shit out of me. She used to whip us with these 18-inch wooden rulers. And she did that. I didn't move. She said all I did was tell her, I can't wake up right now. And then a day and a half later, and shit, I came out of the trance. I was feeling good. Great. I didn't know what the hell was wrong with everybody else. I walked out of the room, they're looking at me crazy, showing me what I did. And then I learned how to do it to other people. So I started doing that. To women. I wasn't really interested in hypnotizing a dude. You know? Yeah, the variation in the tones and the inflections, the up and down of your voice, or the steadiness of it can create a vibration for that person, push them in a particular state of mind. So pretty much everything is about vibrations. I like remembering the martial arts. When I was going to the Black Sculpture Society, I was teaching my brother martial arts, and I got into it was a fight, it was a match for rank, and I got the shit knocked out of me. I hit the floor. I recovered well and was complimented on it. I never got that. They took me to the hospital and my arm was dislocated. I remember that. I mean, it's a good memory because I wasn't beaten. I wasn't stomped on. And I was ready to continue. It's always been a challenge here, there, everywhere but my turn. My father all the time growing up, he had a bad habit of calling me stupid. And I don't think he really meant that I was stupid. He just didn't want me to be stupid, so he would call me stupid. I think that's pretty stupid. So uh, I overcame that. Uh, I inspired my brothers. I taught them well. I believe I wanted them to be able to take care of themselves. I didn't think anyone else was going to be around. So it was just me against the world, and making sure I had to protect them. I've always had that problem. People ask me, "What do you want to do? What do you want to be?" I never had an answer because if they can make it happen right then and there, I should be able to tell them what it is. But some of these people have had the power to do that, but I have not been make up my mind. But I used to watch Fred Astaire when he played the waiter on his old movies, and I was really impressed with the tuxedo and the tails and his presence and his knowledge. I endeavor to be that, and I believe I've reached that by my standard. I really think that's what I do best. I mean, I've tried a lot of different things. So uh, they called me Gentleman's Gentleman. That was the title. And it was supposed to be, worth so much money or whatever. But basically what I did, I was like a butler. Willie Carter Spann, who was in jail, had gotten released. He came over to visit. The Secret Service people all over the backyard. Um, he had a tape from where he was in jail, and he was in the cell next to Charles Manson. So he had recorded some conversations with him. And he's playing his tape, while he's over there. And we're listening to this conversation and learning three-card money and all this stuff. Let me see. I cooked dinner for them. I laid out the whole thing. I cooked the duck l'orange, the crepes, did some lemon squares with dessert and all this. And time came, I had to go. And that's when I met my son's mother. And it was just a dare. They kept saying that she couldn't a man get next to her, couldn't like talk to her, do anything with her. And I was really, I don't think that's true. I said, I think I'll try that. And she was stubborn as hell, you know. And hell out of Chicago. And I had heard all the time about you're in trouble. You give a choice. You can either join the army, you go to jail. I wasn't exactly in that position, but wasn't nothing, anything else promising. I took the test. They said, well, you can do whatever pretty much you want to do. How would you like to tell people where to go? Sit in an air-conditioned space. I said, yeah, that'd be good. So they sent me to air traffic control school. And I went to air traffic control school in Memphis, Tennessee. And it was interesting. The ladies there, they looked just like people I knew in the projects. I went to try to talk to them. Hey, what up, man? Oh, where you from? What is this? They're like, oh, no. These are Kuwaitis. And you know what they do? The government of Kuwait gives them apartments off base and Mercedes. All of them drive Mercedes and they have apartment off base. And the other people that I had to deal with there were the hillbillies. I learned a lot about hillbillies. You know, they're jumping off cliffs. Yeehaw! Shit. It's ridiculous. But I ended up moving off. I got an apartment off base with this guy from Boston parties. So this guy, he would come by my house for parties, and I was supposed to be, like the man for some reason. And they had these women there, and they had these guys come in, and they were chasing this one dude because he had been to a dealer's place and stole some drugs like underneath his car, and he ended up over at my house and took my hunting knife and was in the bathroom getting ready to kill himself. Door open and stopped him from killing himself. I really wouldn't have gave it to him, but he was in my house and it was my knife. So we need to stop that shit. Stop. But that's my boy there. And the guy that had him, he named him Tigger. And I was like, that sounds too much like nigga. So I changed his name. And I tell everybody, it's not Kato like Kato Caton. He was a punk too. Kato like Bruce Lee Kato. I mean, you don't remember him? You never heard of Kato? You don't know who the hell Kato is? You know what? I had to explain that shit. We had a problem at my niece's house, and I had to leave. So I ended up staying at the shelter. And then to get out of the shelter, off the streets, I ended up staying at his friend's new acquaintance's house. And he let me stay there in his basement, which was really nice that he did that, but the basement wasn't. It was like, you ever seen roaches run around the plate in the microwave while it's on? The broiler pan, you gotta set on like 300, 400 degrees, and it didn't affect him. He got Kato, and he brought him in the house, and he was real little, and he started killing, mice. I was glad about that. And he used to hang out by me because he liked me. After a while, I had noticed when I first moved in there, there was a big water softener, and you look down in it, two dead bats. So I was like, well, I'm glad that's over with, right? After a while, and I found out in another part of the basement was where they stayed. And then they started coming through the ceiling. I woke up to this wind on my face. Like, what the hell is that? And it's that. Flying, like a jet fighter through the damn room. Kato jumped up on the bed, bounced off the bed, snatched the bat out of the sky. I was like, wow, look at that. I mean, the bat was on his back squealing. Sleep here. Imagine how I'm feeling. I'm all the way home from work and I'm supposed to be relaxing. I don't know if I'm getting ready to get attacked by a bat or not. So I made sure I kept Kato around. And he killed about 4 or 5. And I don't like mice. I don't like rats. I certainly don't like bats. Unless you had a cat, because he likes you. He go with you. So I took him down there, and I've had him ever since then. Found out he liked shrimp, so I gave it to him. Usually what I have is 4 different bowls down on the floor. He loves cheese. So I have cheese and dry catfish, I got shrimp, yeah, and just won't eat something and I just freak out about it. Like, I gotta find something for you to eat. You know? And then he was gone for 2 months. It was 50 below zero. One day Darwin opens the door and he was like, "Oh, there's Cato." He just comes walking back in. He had never been nowhere. You know, you been. You know,